Hey campers, George here, sitting in the man cave, going through some stuff again, playing. The weather hasn't been cooperating, again, still. So was looking again at this little item here, which is the tie fast knot tire combo tool, and I've done a video on it previously. I'll put a link in the description below and put one up here for you, where I discussed this thing. I did a review on it, but I didn't really show you it in use. So I thought I wanted to show everybody my 3 favorite knots that I use when I go fly fishing. So I thought this is a perfect time to use this tool to show you some of the knots and go through them with you and show you which ones I use and why I use them. Some people like those knots, some people not so much. For me, they're quick and easy to do. I'm comfortable with them. They have yet to fail me. So until they do, I'll be using them. So I thought, let's have a closer look here, and hopefully I can get this on camera for you so you can actually see what I'm doing. Because the line I use obviously is pretty small. It is tapered leaders. And what I was going to show you is how I join a tapered leader to my fly line, and then a tippet to my tapered leader, and then the actual fly to the tippet. And those are the knots really that all I use. I mean, once in a blue moon, I have to tie off backing onto fly line, but I have a couple of different reels and I keep different fly line in there, so I don't have to do that. I just switch reels. Getting lazy in my old age. So let's have a close-up of this and hopefully we can figure it out and you can see what I'm doing. Let's go. So what I'm going to use is, I have some old fly line here that I had lying around at the back there. And I have some old tippet that I used to use when I fly fished in the surf in San Diego. I have a black woolly bugger here. Pretty common, popular fly. Can use it about in any situation, just about anywhere, and any type of fish that's hungry. And then I have my fast tie. And I'm going to use this to tie my tapered leader onto the end of the fly line. And I'm going to use this as my tapered leader just to show you, and hopefully you'll be able to see how I use this tool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to tie off my tapered leader to my fly line. And here's my fly line. And hopefully you can see that leader there. And what I'm going to do is to use this tool, you just put the D ring back, you turn this around, and you're going to hold it like this. And I'm going to take my tapered leader and give myself about between 4 and 6 inches. You want to give yourself plenty of line. I know tapered leader, you don't want to use too much of it. They're expensive and you don't want to shorten it too quickly, but you want to give yourself some room here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold that leader right there, on top there, and hold it there, and I'm going to bring it down through this notch, and I'm going to bring it back a couple of times. 1, 2, 3, towards itself. And just keep coming back here. You want to keep these loops close together. And bring it around. And then you're going to put it through itself. Right here. Through that little channel. Pull it out here. I'm losing my leader here. And then I'm going to put my fly line in that channel, inside those loops, hold it there with the other side of my tapered leader. The trick here is to snap this back onto the line, just like that, and then just pull it tight. And you can see here now, hopefully, see it here. It's on there, and you're just going to pull this tight. Both ends of your tapered leader, pull them tight, and it tightens up nicely, makes a nice neat knot sometimes onto your fly line. And now you can see here I'm tugging pretty hard on it. See, but it's on there. It's not pretty. I didn't check it before I tightened it up, but that's basically how you use it to get your tapered leader or your regular leader onto a fly line, and then you want to trim it off. And of course I can use my fast tie right here, and you want to trim it back as much as possible. One of the reasons is if you leave a little tag here, when you're fishing and you're casting, especially on a tapered leader, sometimes slides down the line and gets caught, and you get it all tangled up. So you want to make sure you have a nice clean join here. You're going to trim off your fly line. And there you go. Right there. It's not going anywhere. Okay, there you can see it there. Remember I told you got to keep your loops close together. I didn't do a very good job. My eyes are not what they used to be. But this will hold. I can pull really hard on this and it's not going anywhere. But obviously it doesn't look pretty. Normally I would make them prettier than that. So that's tying off my tapered leader to my fly line. So that's typically the first time I'd use the quick tie and to do a nail knot. It's very easy. It makes it easy using the channel, wrapping the lines around, and then just snapping it off. So now we've got our tapered leader attached to our fly line, and we want to put a fly onto the end of that. And the first thing about this, if you buy flies, always check them before you go out. One of the reasons is, let's see if we can zoom in again, is that on the fly, when they tie them, they put glue on it. And sometimes they'll get it right in that ring there. And you will spend hours trying to get a fly line in that hole. So this little tool here is used to clean out the hook part of your fly. That way you can just get it right in there, he says with confidence. Now, I use a pretty plain, common knot for tying my flies to the tippet or the tapered leader. And that is, I just take it. Let's get it focused on there. Yeah. Put it through. Just like that. And of course, I'll just give it that fly, holding both ends of what I just pushed through. I give the fly a couple of turns. My lucky number is 7, so I use 7 turns. Superstition. Now, I've really put a lot on here, and this line is not working for me. It's really heavy tippet for the sea, in the surf. But I'm going to feed it through the loop here, and then back through itself again. Wet it, pull it together, and down to the fly. Just like that. And you want to pull it in snug. Now, obviously this is pretty thick line I'm using here. I wouldn't normally have it this thick, but I needed to show you how that works. So let's see if we can get it focused. And then of course you want to trim it off. So once again, your fast tie clippers, trim it off, and you've got a good solid attachment to your. So here you can see here the knot on the end of the fly. Easy to tie, takes me less than a minute. Change flies, and I can change flies and get back onto the water. So that's attaching your tippet or your tapered leader to your fly. That's the knot I like to use. A lot of people don't like this knot. I've never had it fail on me. So it works for me until it fails. I'll keep using it. It's a quick, easy tie. So the third knot I wanted to show you is when I need to add tippet to my leader. I believe this is called a nail knot splice. And basically you can use it to join just about any two lines. And what you're going to do is you're basically going to tie nail knots to each other and then pull it in, and it tightens up really nice. So to start off, what you need to do is give yourself some room on each side of the pieces you want to join. So you have the two pieces there. And then you're going to use the quick tie, or whatever you have, your nail knot tire, to make two nail knots on the lines. So you pass them through each other, give yourself plenty of room on each side, and then you're going to choose, this is where I'm going to put, this is the short end, and this is where I'm going to put the first nail knot onto this one. So going back through that channel again, going back over itself. Let's see if we can make these neat. I like to do about 3 or 4 of them, put it back through itself. And if you remember tying the fly line, we then put the fly line in. Basically, I'm using the other side, the other piece I'm joining as the fly line. So now I want to snap this onto that piece of fly line. Just like that. Now I'm going to turn it around and repeat on the other side. I have no idea if this video is coming out or not. And I'm going to do the same thing I just did. Here's my tag in from the line that I just made the nail knot. And we're going to repeat, come around on ourself again. Providing this line is kind of old and not cooperating, kind of like me. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Put them in there, get the tapered side, come around, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, back through again. Pull it through, and we're going to snap it onto that line. Now, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can get it to focus on there. I have a nail knot basically on another line right there and one there. And when I pull them together, they come together nice and tight. Hopefully you can see that. And that is how you join two lines together. And then obviously you want to clean off your tag ends using the quick tie. Make it a nice clean cut off there. You don't want little pieces sticking out because they will tangle your line. And there you have it. And basically it's a double nail knot on itself, which is the third knot I use, and that is to join two lines. It's a great knot. Love this knot. Works really well. Now, I just know this, you haven't been able to see what I'm doing here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some rope, actually 550, and show you there. But let's just go through that. So we had that joined together. We had putting the fly on, and of course attaching the line to the fly line. And in fly fishing, for me, those are the three knots that I use, and that's all I found that I needed. So fly line, obviously a fly, knot tire, and some leader. And those three knots will get you through a good day of fly fishing. Even if you don't catch anything, it's still a good day fly fishing. So like I said, we have our fly line attached to our tapered leader, and now I want to extend my leader. So I'm going to get some tippet, and here is my tippet, and I want to join these two together. And the way I do it is using a what I call a double nail knot splice, if you want to call it. I think it's called a nail knot splice. So what I'm going to do is I've got these two ends, and I want to get, once again, I want to give myself plenty of room on each end to be able to tie off that nail knot. So I'm going to lie them over each other like that, with plenty of room on each side. And then I'm going to do a quick nail knot. Once again, I'll use my finger as the nail knot tire, just so that you can see. And the difference here is, when you're going around, as we did before with a regular nail knot, 3 is plenty. And you got your circles again, and you're going to go through the circles. And of course, the other one acts as the fly line, and I'm going to pull this tight. Try and keep it looking nice. Okay. So basically right now, I've tied two of the same style lines, same size, that sort of thing, together with a nail knot. Now, that's not good enough. This is going to slide on there. Can you see that? It's actually sliding down the line. So, to make a really good knot, you then switch the lines around and repeat that same process again by tying another nail knot on this side. So here's the tag end, and this is the other line that I just made the nail knot on, and I'm going to do the same thing again. 1, 2, 3, and through itself, just like that, and pull them nice and neatly together, tight, kind of, just like that. And there's the other one. Now, when I pull these two lines together, they come together as one, and it basically looks like a giant nail knot, Let's see if we can get that for you. And that, people, is a pretty good solid knot for joining two lines of equal size. And then of course you need to tie off your tippet to your fly. Let's see if we can do that. Let's give it a try. I'm going to use this. Let's say this is my fly. Yeah, I'm really improvising here. So I'm going to put it through just like that. And if you want, yep, you got it right. Do another nail knot. Oh, give yourself plenty of room there, George. Okay. And go on itself, just like that. 3. We'll do 4 for good measure. Put it through itself, he says. It's like that. Pull it tight. You have it there, and when you pull on it, it goes down to your hook hole. Pull it in tight. It's not going anywhere. So there you have it, folks. A nail knot to the fly. A double nail knot to tie the two same size together, the tippet and your leader. And then I believe they call this the fly fisherman's nail knot. I don't know why, but they do. And there you go, onto the fly line. My 3 favorite knots. Now all I have to do is use that to catch a fish. Getting a fish on the end is the hardest part. So there you go, campers, the 3 knots I use when I go fly fishing. Hopefully using the cord helped you see what I was talking about, because when I looked at the video, you can barely see the line. I did include it in the video, but I thought I'd go through and just use cordage because it gives you a better view and a better understanding of the knot and how it works. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, you know the story. And I'm pretty sure I'll be back again soon. Just saying. Hopefully with the fish on the end of that line. Bye.